Live from the RSV Media Center in Belize City, this is Love TV's evening news for Friday, June 25th. It is a rainy evening in most parts of the country, and there is a lot to tell you about on the broadcast tonight. So let's start with a check of the stories that are making headlines today. Tropical depression forms near Belize. Tip to Crime Stoppers leads to the capture of murder suspect. And butane prices go down. Details of these stories and more are coming up on the broadcast tonight. But first, here is a word from our sponsors. Good evening, Belize. With the Friday edition of Love TV's Evening News, I am Anju Gidwani. The first tropical depression of the Atlantic hurricane season has formed. According to the National Hurricane Center in Miami at 5 o'clock this evening, the center of the depression was located at 16.5 degrees north longitude, 83.5 degrees latitude, or about 345 miles east-southeast of Chetumal, Mexico. The depression is moving towards the west-northwest at 10 miles per hour. It is carrying maximum sustained winds of 35 miles per hour. Earlier this afternoon, Love News spoke with forecaster Derek Rudon from the Belize Weather Bureau, who said that Belizeans should prepare for lots of rain this weekend.
It's a well-organized tropical wave with an area of low pressure embedded on it near northeastern Honduras. Since morning, it has increased its organization, and the Hurricane Center is now giving it an 80% chance of becoming a tropical depression either later today or tomorrow.
What does that mean for Belize in terms of our weather conditions?
It means that the weather will continue bad. We will get rains tonight and tomorrow, and it could be even worse if it develops into a depression or even a tropical storm. Sea surface temperatures are warm in the area. There is already the low pressure center out there, so there's an area of disturbed weather. And there is an upper level high over the system to vent it. So all the conditions are there for this thing to develop.
What could be keeping it from developing if the conditions are so right?
Okay, well, sometimes all the conditions are there and the thing still does not form. All right, but so it might be just a matter of time.
Looking at that picture, that is telling me that it's bringing a lot of rain with it.
Right. We are expecting about 3 to 4 inches of rain for the next 2 to 3 days.
In terms of Belize, is there a particular concern that you have that you would advise people to be on the lookout for?
Well, certainly the low-lying areas and the flood-prone areas, they should be on the alert for flash flooding. And if you live near a river, then you should monitor the river as well. If we get this amount of rain in a short period of time, then flash flooding can certainly occur.
Now explain this picture in more details as to what we're looking at.
Okay, what we're looking at is, well, the broad area of disturbed weather, of convection. And if you look on the picture, then there is a low there, the low center. It was almost the same position yesterday. It has moved little. And the projections are for this center, whether it develops or not, to move west-northwest towards northern Belize or southeastern Yucatan. So sometime tomorrow evening, this center should be either over northern Belize or just north of us.
But your projection is saying that by tomorrow evening it could be over northern Belize, but yet you say that the low has moved very little since yesterday afternoon.
Right. Since yesterday it has moved very little, but the projection is for it to speed up a bit.
Will the forward speed have anything to do with how strong it develops?
Not necessarily. If it remains over there, over the Northwest Caribbean, surely it can get stronger. So the best thing would be for it to move quick.
Earlier today, the government of Belize issued a tropical storm watch for the entire coast of Belize. A tropical storm watch means that tropical storm conditions are likely to affect the country of Belize within the next 36 hours. A bulletin issued by the National Emergency Management Organization advises people living along the coast and on the Keys to evacuate early once the preliminary phase has been declared. That declaration has not yet been made by the government of Belize. Mariners are also being advised that they need to make early preparations to seek safe harbor if the need arises. Stay tuned to Love News for more information on this developing situation. Repeating the latest position of Tropical Depression number 1, 16.5 degrees north, 83.5 degrees west, or about 345 miles east-southeast of Chetumal, Mexico. Maximum sustained winds are 35 miles per hour, and the depression is moving west-northwest at 10 miles per hour. A tip to the Crime Stoppers hotline has led to the capture of 26-year-old Dionisio Salazar Jr. Salazar had been on the run following an incident in San Ignacio on June 13th in which Marlon Rivera of San Ignacio town was shot and killed. Rivera was shot twice in his back and once on his left shoulder. Another man, 41-year-old Dean Dugal, was also injured in the shooting incident on Burns Avenue in San Ignacio town. Salazar was reportedly captured at a home on Arlington Drive in Belize City yesterday evening. A decrease in the price of butane gas has been announced. Effective today, the price for a 100-pound cylinder of butane gas will be $2 less in Belize City and Corozal and $3 in other parts of the country. The new prices are $110 in Belize City and Corozal, $112 in Belmopan and San Ignacio, $113 in Benquevejo del Carmen, $111 in Orange Walk, $114 in Dangriga, and $115 in Punta Gorda. You're watching Love TV's Evening News. We will have more of the day's stories for you right after these messages.